Hi guys, so for this video I'm going to use yarn in two different colors and a crochet hook in size 5 millimeters. So I'll start by making a slip knot, and now I will chain 4. Make sure this last chain is a bit loose. Now through the last chain from the hook I'll make 2 double crochet. 2 double crochet plus that 3 chain in the beginning that give us 3 double crochet. Now I'll chain 1, then through that same chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Again I'll chain 1, then through that same chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, then through that same chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again I'll chain 1, then through that same chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, then through that same chain I'll make 3 double crochet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make one more. I'll chain 1, then through that same loop I'll make 3 double crochet. And now I'll see how many we have. So we have 1 set of 3 double crochets, 2 sets of 3 double crochets, 3 sets of 3 double crochets, 4 sets, 5 sets, 6 sets, and 7 sets. So we have 7 sets of 3 double crochets with 1 chain in between. And now to finish row 1 I'll chain 1, then right there through that 3rd chain I'll make a slip stitch. Now I need to go back to this. Well, actually let's go here. Now, so this completes row 1. Now for row 2, through his next 2 chains I'll make a slip stitch. Then right here through his 1 chain loop I'll make a slip stitch. Now I will chain 2. So now through that same 1 chain loop and through his second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. I'll chain 3, then through that same 1 chain loop and through his second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Chain 3, then through that same 1 chain loop and through his second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Again I'll chain 3, then through that same 1 chain loop and through the second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Again I'll chain 3, then through that same 1 chain loop and through the second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Again I'll chain 3, then through that same 1 chain loop and through the second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Chain 3, then through that same 1 chain loop and through his last 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. chain 3, then through this same, now through this first puff stitch cluster chain I'll make a slip stitch, and then I'll chain 1 and I'll cut this yarn. Now, so that completes row 2. Now for row 3, right through that first puff stitch cluster chain, I insert my hook, then I insert my hook through a slip knot loop and pull through. Now I'll chain 3, then through that same chain I'll make 2 double crochet. Chain 1, through this next puff stitch cluster chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, through his next puff stitch cluster chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, through the next puff stitch cluster chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, through the next puff stitch cluster chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, through the next puff stitch cluster chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, through the next puff stitch cluster chain I'll make 3 double crochet. Chain 1, then through this third chain I'll make a slip stitch. So this completes row 3. Now for row 4, through his next 2 chains I'll make a slip stitch. Through his 1 chain loop I'll make a slip stitch, and then I'll chain 2, then through the same 1 chain loop and through a second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Again I'll chain 3, then through the same 1 chain loop and through a second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 sets of puff stitch cluster. Then through the same 1 chain loop and through a second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Chain 3, again through the same 1 chain loop and through a second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Chain 3, through the same 1 chain loop and through a second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Chain 3, through the same 1 chain loop and through a second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Chain 3, through the same 1 chain loop and through a second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Chain 3, through the same 1 chain loop and through his last 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Now to finish row 3 I'll chain 3, then through his first puff stitch cluster chain I'll make a slip stitch. I'll chain 1, then I'll cut this yarn. So this completes row 4. So now for the pattern we repeat rows 3 and 4. So I repeated this until I have 8 rows. Now for row 9 we repeat the same thing, only we'll not join our rows. So I'll start right here through that puff stitch cluster chain, you know, just like we would have normally how we would work our pattern. So we just repeat the same thing, only when we reach the end of this row we'll not join. So we just repeat the pattern for, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 4, 9 and 10. Now that you've reached the end of this row 9, you know, normally we'll join, but this time we'll not join, we'll just turn our work around. So I'll chain 2. Now right here through this first double crochet chain and through this next puff stitch cluster chain, I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. I'll chain 4, then through the same 1 chain loop and through the second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Again I'll chain 3, then through the same 1 chain loop and through the second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Again I'll chain 3, then through the same 1 chain loop and through the second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Again I'll chain 3, then through the same 1 chain loop and through the second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Chain 3, then through the same 1 chain loop and through the second 1 chain loop I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. Again I'll chain 3, then through the same 1 chain loop and through this third double crochet chain I'll make 2 puff stitch cluster. I'll chain 1, then, well actually I'll chain 2, hold on, to make it more secure. So I'll just chain 2, then I'll cut this yarn. So I'll repeat this for a few more rows in different color until our work reaches our desired length. So here I repeated this until I have 2, 4, 6. So 6 rows of this extra work. So we have in total 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16. And now I'm going to join these 2 sides together. And I'll do it from the wrong side. see it measures 9 inches. So this is all for today, guys, and I'll see you next time with another video.